Hello and welcome back to Unlock English with Hannah. Although the UK and the USA share a language, that can sometimes trick us. It can lull us into a false sense of security because sometimes the same word can have a completely different meaning in the different languages. This leads to misunderstandings, sometimes embarrassment, or hilarious moments. I'm Hannah, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to share 10 American words that baffle British people. Some of these are quite well known, others are less well known, so make sure you stay until the end to see all 10 of them. Let's start with this first word, oversight. Now, in America, oversight is a positive thing because it means careful supervision. In the UK, however, it often refers to someone making a mistake. It's usually a negative thing, something you've forgotten to do. An oversight in a project is something that you have forgotten. So if an American said to a British person, "Thanks for your oversight," the British person would be a bit confused because we think that's a mistake, but as I said, in American English, it means supervision. The second word is momentarily. In America, this means in a moment, whereas in the UK, it means for a moment. For example, if an American said to a British person, "I'll be with you momentarily," the American means "I'll be with you in a moment." But the British person would hear it as "I'll be with you for a brief period of time. I'll be with you only for a brief period of time." Number 3, slated. In the US, this means to be scheduled for a date, whereas in the UK, it means to be criticized. Slated for July means in American English that it is scheduled for July. But if you say the concert was slated in British English, that means it was heavily criticized. We can hear from the context because often with Americans, they'll say slated for a date, but would be a bit confused because for us, slated means criticized. If you say the film was slated, it means it was torn apart by critics. Oh, this is one that could get people into trouble. Homely. Homely. In American English, this means plain, but in British English, it means cozy. In American English, homely is unflattering, but in the UK, it is warm and welcoming. So if an American uses homely in a negative way, again, it would confuse us. The fifth word is entree. In the US, this is a main course. In the UK, this is a starter. So, if a British person goes to America and orders 2 entrees, they would be expecting 2 starters, but 2 main courses would come, and American main courses, which are much larger than our portion sizes as well. Number 6, you've probably heard of, but this one is pants. Now, in American English, pants or pants means trousers in British English. So when Americans talk about pants, British people automatically think of underwear, because for us, pants are underwear. It would really confuse me watching American films growing up because they would say things like, "Oh, I spilt stuff all over my pants." And I would think, no, you didn't. We can't see your pants. You spilt it on your trousers. But obviously, because it's such a commonly used word in American, we do learn it quite quickly, but equally, it's a bit, when someone says pants, our mind thinks of underwear. Unfortunate. So that might land Americans in trouble if they come to the UK. Ooh, another one that could get Americans into trouble. This word. In the US, fanny means bottom. It's not that rude. In the UK, fanny refers to the female anatomy. That's why we find it funny that Americans call what we call bum bags fanny packs. We would never call them fanny packs. Another naughty one, I should have said some of them are naughty, rubber. In the UK, a rubber refers to something you can rub pencil out. In the US, rubber means condom. So if a British student asks an American in class for a rubber and they mean something innocuous, innocent, something to rub out their pencil, they'd get a bit of a shock reaction from the American. There might be a bit of confusion there. Another slightly rude one, spunk. In American English, this means courage or flair. If you say someone has spunk, it's quite a compliment. In the UK, spunk is a type of bodily fluid. I'll let you look it up. You would never really use that, for example, to your grandmother. You would never say spunk to your grandmother. And finally, number 10, fix. In the US, this can mean to prepare food or drink, whereas in the UK, it just means to repair. I think in American English, it also has the meaning to repair, but they often use it to make something quickly. For example, I'll fix you a drink. I'll fix you a sandwich. Whereas for us, we don't have that meaning here. We just use fix to mean repair. So that again can confuse us a bit. Now, these aren't mistakes. These are cultural differences. It's the same word, but with different histories and different meanings in the two places. So it's important to be aware of them because it will avoid embarrassment in either the UK or the US. Which ones did you already know? Let me know in the comments. Were any of these a surprise? If you enjoyed this, be sure to have a look at this video where I go over 10 cultural differences between the UK and the US. I've mentioned it already, or I have a video about the difference between our accents. Again, people often find that interesting to dissect the differences between these two cultures and languages. And that's it for today. Let me know if any of these were new to you or if there are any others you're aware of, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.